Yeah, so welcome to our session with me, which is our introduction to the web design course. So, first of all, what is web design? Web design is the creation of websites and pages to reflect a company's brand and information and ensure a user-friendly experience. So, it's all about creating websites and pages to reflect company's brand and information, like creating uh, pages just to just to give a business information or what the business is selling or whatever service they are offering or whatever thing they are doing. So that's just about web design is the creation of websites and pages to reflect a company's brand and information. So I think you know what a website is already. A website. So that's then so what is WordPress? In this web design, we are going to use WordPress as our CMS, as the software we use to develop the websites. So, what is WordPress? WordPress is an open source, cloud based content management system. Okay, it's a CMS, content management system, based on PHP and MySQL that helps small to large business create, manage, and publish content for websites. So it's based on PHP. PHP is a programming language, and MySQL is a database. PHP is the programming language, and MySQL is the database. So you don't end up learning PHP or MySQL. You are also designing with PHP and MySQL, but you don't end up learning it. It's just it has come in forms of themes and plugins to make it easy for you. Okay. So as small to large business create, manage, and publish their content for website. So that's all about WordPress. It helps people create a website so they can publish their content or information. So we are going to host our WordPress website on a server, on the server, which we call this hosting server or whatever. So what is this hosting? Web hosting. If we want to host our website, web hosting is an online service that enables you to publish your website or web application on the internet. Is an online service that lets you publish your website on the internet. Like you know, website is like a building. A building will be on a land. So that land can be referred to as the hosting. The hosting where you build your website, the place that you build your website to make it accessible, to make it accessible for people to take or add information so that you also can store your information and data. So that's hosting is like the storage for your website. So what is domain? There's something also called domain. A domain name is the text that a user types into a browser window to reach a particular website. The domain is your website name. All this doubleideatech.com. Doubleideatech.com. That's my domain. So is a kind of text that lets people access your website like a key to a building. A key to a building. Once you give anybody the key or once anybody have it, they can access the building. So that's your domain name. That's your domain name. All right. So what is WordPress theme? After installing our WordPress on hosting, then buying domain, to build it, we also need to install WordPress theme. All these things you will soon understand. We are going through it one by one, step by step. I'm just giving you the brief, so that you can be familiar with it by the time I'm explaining. By the time I get there, we are still going to buy hosting and domain. Then we will install our WordPress, we install the theme and plugins. So we are still going to the practical. This is just an overview so that you can be familiar with it when we start the practical. Okay, so what is WordPress theme? A WordPress theme is a collection of templates, code files, and style sheets that modify the way a WordPress website is displayed on the front end without modifying the core WordPress software. Okay, is a collection of templates like already made template like I explained before that PHP is based on MySQL and PHP. Oh, sorry, WordPress is based on MySQL and PHP. So this PHP they have, PHP is used for building websites. After building the website with PHP, it's just like they are now compress it into a single uh thing that you can just use without the code. You can just install and start using. After building code, they'll use it to build websites and anything. The interface, the interface is the one we call theme. Like what you see, what the user interacts with. You can see the style sheets that modify the way your WordPress website is displayed on the front end, which is the front end is the client side, what the client see, the user side. So that's the work of your team. It's the style sheets, the templates, the face of your website, how it looks, the UI and the UX. So don't worry, we are still going there. You will know about WordPress theme more when we get there. So what is WordPress plugin? WordPress plugin. Plugins are package of code that extend the core functionality of of WordPress. So this plugin is also they are also code, all this PHP code. Like if you want to build our e-commerce website or banking website or crypto cryptocurrency website or whatever, investment forex or whatever, in coding we only use HTML and CSS to design the interface, to design how we want it to look, the beauty. We use CSS and HTML to do all that, but the functionality is always PHP and all that. So themes are just there. Themes are just like all those HTML and CSS, just to show the beauty. The functionality, in case you want it to be e-commerce, you want it to be trading, you want it to be this, is the plugins that will do that work. Plugin is just like the back end, and themes is just like the front end in coding. But don't worry, you're not doing any coding yet. They have coded everything. So all these plugins and things are already made code that they have just compiled into a single thing that you just install. Just like packing different chemicals into a battery. Once you put the battery in your device, it will start working. You don't know what is there. So that just an example to plugins. They have compile many codes there that once you install it on your WordPress, it will work for whatever you want to use it for. Either you install the one for e-commerce or for whatever you want. So this is just to give you an insight, like I said before, just to give you an insight on WordPress, just an introduction. You will understand better when we start the practical, when we start everything one by one, you will get it. And I hope you are ready and try to follow every instruction, watch everything step by step. Don't skip, don't forward it so that you can understand perfectly. Then if you don't understand anything, let me know. All right, that's all for this. That's all about the introduction. So see you in the next session. Bye.